In this video, I'm going to show you how we can give feedback to students using feedback files that have been annotated. What we need to do, the first thing is we need to add an activity under the topic that you want to give the assignment on. So we'll choose assignment. I'll just fill up the details for this assignment. Now you need to scroll down after you've set up when the assignment is available and so on, and whether, so in this case, usually this kind of assignment, the one that you want to give feedback file to, would require the students to submit some form of file. So I'm going to say the student needs to submit one file. Okay, now the part that you need to change in order for you to give feedback files to the student is under feedback types. Now, if you click on the arrow next to feedback types, usually by default, you will have feedback comments and annotate PDF to be checked. What we want to do is also check feedback files, because this is the one that I'm going to demonstrate. Now, the difference between feedback files and annotate PDF is that if you look at the description for annotate PDF, the teacher or the instructor will be able to annotate the PDF in the browser itself. Okay, so it means that you need to be online, logged into Moodle in order for you to do the grading. On the other hand, for feedback files, if you prefer to download all the submissions and bring it and do it separately offline, meaning you don't want to grade it on the browser when you are online, then you can choose feedback files instead of annotate PDF, which requires you to be logged on to Moodle in order for you to do the marking. Feedback files, on the other hand, will allow you to download all the submissions, grade them offline, and then after that, you can then upload the feedback files with your comments, your markings, and so on for the students to see. So then you just choose a save. In the next part of the video, I need to demonstrate how you're supposed to download the submissions and then upload the feedback files to your students. So for this, I need an assignment that has already had submissions. So here's an example of an assignment I gave last year. And there were 51 submissions altogether. Now, usually if you want to do annotate PDF, then what you will do is you will click on grade, and it will start showing the students' PDFs, and you can start annotating here using the tools provided. But we're not going to do that. Instead, we are going to download all the submissions. So you need to click on view all submissions, and then click on the button download all submissions. Now when this happens, Moodle will open a new window for you to download all the submissions which have been put into a compressed or zipped folder. So you can go ahead and save that. Okay, so now if we look at the zip folder, you will see that all the PDFs from the students who have submitted are within that zip folder. So now what you can do is then extract each and every PDF and then perform your marking. Now in this case, for this particular course, for the labs, I let my graduate assistant to do the grading. So I just send off the zip file to her, and then she does the marking. So this folder shows all the different zip files that I have downloaded for the different labs. So these are the ones on top here are the ones that I downloaded from Moodle and I sent off to my graduate assistant. And then after that, my graduate assistant does the grading, but she doesn't change the name of the files. So let's look at one of them. So here you can see that my graduate assistant has done the marking and annotated the PDF with the ticks and also the final mark. And then she will compile all of these into a zip file and then send it back to me. So that's why I have two versions of this zipped folder. The first one is the one I sent her up here, and she renames the one that she has graded by just putting the word graded here in the zip folder, but this contains all the graded and annotated PDFs. So the next step is I want to give the feedback files to each and every student. Okay, so Moodle can help you distribute the feedback files, even though they are all in one zip folder. Moodle can actually match the feedback file to the student so that the correct feedback file goes to the correct student. So under grading action, you should choose upload multiple feedback files in a zip. Now, if you cannot find this option, it means that when you set up your assignment, you did not click or you did not check the feedback files option. But you don't have to worry. Let's say you've already set up the assignment and you forgot to click or tick a feedback file, and the students have already submitted, you've already graded everything. You can still go to settings even after submissions and just change this and make sure that feedback files is ticked. So it can be done even after the students have submitted. Okay, so now we're going to choose upload multiple feedback files in a zip. And I am going to choose the zip file that my graduate assistant has provided me, the one that has been graded. So I'm just going to drag that file into this box here, and I click on import feedback files. So in this case, because I've already done this before, so it is saying that they want to put a new feedback file for the student, because I've already done this before. I've already given feedback to the students, but in your case, you probably won't have new there. It will just say feedback file. And then you just click on next and then continue. And then after that, you will find that for each of the student, if you click on grade, so you can see here that the student has submitted. This is the file that the student has submitted. Okay, and underneath there's another section called feedback files. Now this file, even though the name is the same as the one that the student has submitted, actually this one is the annotated PDF, and I can show you that. I will just download it so that you can see that it is actually the one that has been annotated. So as you can see, this one has the annotations and the markings and any comments you might put. And this is done automatically, so you don't have to do it for each and every student. The only problem is that when you give feedback files, or even if you use annotated PDF, the grade is not automatically extracted from the files. So you need to change the current grade in the grade book for each student manually on Moodle. And that's it on feedback files.